Hello, how you doing? Red Dragon Force. You asked me to do the Jurassic Park movies, and yeah, I did Jurassic World last year, but for the rest, I don't know, I just keep putting them off and off, but I decided for some reason I'll do Fallen Kingdom next. Not sure why, but right now I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do the first Jurassic Park, go back to the beginning just to make it easier, because yeah, easily the best movie in this series, but that's really not saying a lot considering the other ones really don't come close to how good this movie is. Like, it's one of Steven Spielberg's biggest movies for a reason. Just the fact that obviously for the time it was impressive, all these dinosaurs coming to life, all that stuff is really cool, but even ignoring that, watching this movie on its own today, like 30 years later, I think, like, it still holds up really well. Like, just like these characters are really nice. The concept of bringing dinosaurs back to life is really cool, and like the first half is very whimsical and like, wow, this is so cool, but then the second half comes in and you're like, oh yeah, bringing dinosaurs back into modern day is probably not a good idea. like it feels dumb to say that, because like did that really need to be said? Apparently it did, because dinosaurs kill a lot of people in these movies. But yeah, really excited to do this. Like, I know Lee was excited to do this one, so let's see what he had to say about it. I gush about John Williams over and over again on this channel. It's like, at this point, it's like saying water is wet, because John Williams, like, yeah, obviously makes great music, but yeah, he makes great music.
I've probably seen this movie 100 times, and I'm still hyped to start it. Just hearing the crickets and the Universal logo get my blood pumping. Yes, the crickets are a win.
Yes,
also
and
the credits
old school Universal logo.
are stylized like the red and yellow Jurassic Park logo, and even have a prehistoric typeface. And speaking of the logo, the branding is extensive. Hard hats, patches, it's exactly what Hammond would do. You might say they spared no expense. And the first of many fake-outs in this series. What's that huge thing coming through the trees? Oh, it's just human machinery. Humans, the real monsters. I guess it had to be
these movies make that clear a lot.
either, but as a kid, I was never sure what genre of movie these were based on the trailers. All I knew is that it was dinos. My favorite thing in the world, just slightly beating out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but watching the trailer now, it's definitely sold as adventure with a touch of the scaries. And then when I got to see it as an 8-year-old at the drive-in, this scene cements what it actually is, a straight-up horror monster movie. Also proof that Muldoon was always willing to put humans above the raptors, even if it was too late this time. And I don't believe this one dies, but where was Owen with a hand up when you need him? Say wahoo? I'm not sure what this note means.
Oh, Mario.
It's a me? what is, I guess we'll never know.
I've already got Ian Malcolm, but they think he's too trendy.
And that never ever changes.
Did he say two?
And that never know.
I've already got Ian Malcolm, but they think he's too trendy.
He literally says trendy. Was that even a word in the 90s? I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I don't know.
And that never ever changes.
Because Grant's like me. He's a digger.
Yes, they are entirely different worlds, but I love the idea that Escobedo thought dinosaurs are way too dangerous, so he started a Colombian drug cartel. Clear and present danger, you're with me.
That doesn't look very scary.
I was around this kid's
I remember I just saw a meme, like, what if that kid grows up to be Chris Pratt in the Jurassic World movies? That would be a twist, wouldn't it?
age when I saw this movie, and even I was like, kid, reel it in. Clearly he has not seen Possession. Or Event Horizon, since it hadn't come out yet.
Try to imagine yourself in the Cretaceous period.
So it's not the movie or Spielberg who got the name of the park wrong. Grant clearly knows about the Cretaceous period, so the error or deliberate simplification was Hammond's, which totally makes sense. Triassic Jurassic Cretaceous Park doesn't have the same ring to it, or actually more like mostly Cretaceous Park, and Jurassic is like an onomatopoeia for danger. Jurassic!
Yeah, Cretaceous Park doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
That's when the attack comes, not from the front, but from the side.
Muldoon getting cooked shadowing. This movie is just the tightest, cleanest script ever written.
And he slashes at you with this 6-inch retractable claw, like a razor. He slashes at you here or here.
Even more fun is now we know exactly what happened to the guard a few minutes ago. Yay! Horrifying.
You are alive when they start to eat you.
Knowing how to deal with kids. To be fair, he hadn't yet met Ricky Baker.
I mean, what's so wrong with kids?
They're noisy, there's messy, they're expensive.
They pester you about your book, choke you while repelling, puke, that kind of stuff.
Baby smell.
Accurate. I mean, he is not wrong, but it's like heaven.
Really?
An island. Ugh, really sounds like he spared no expense. What?
Jinx.
Fine, you get this one, Hammond. A minute 16 long take with just dialogue.
Yeah, can you tell it's a Spielberg movie? I've noticed he does that a lot. He loves doing long takes.
Cuz.
Our attractions will drive kids out of their minds.
What are those?
Small versions of adults, honey.
More immature, but sometimes adults are immature.
They aren't, but some people treat them that way. Hey, it's one of the kids from the Goonies. Wait, no. Huh. That's weird. Must have stolen his shirt.
You shouldn't use my name.
Dodgson! Dodgson! We've got,
Dodgson here.
Clearly,
See, nobody cares. It's a classic.
someone cared because he had a complete and total facial reconstruction surgery before opening his sanctuary and locusting the world's food.
Oh, he made this after Dominion came out because Dodgson was the villain in that movie for some reason.
Weird, I really thought I was gonna like this guy, but shaving cream on someone's pie? Nope, not for me, mister.
Yeah.
He's immediately a
Jeff
weirdo, and
Goldblum
I've never
again.
heard from anyone that he's a creep, so obviously I'd never say that. And I shan't be looking into it. Seems like a perfect gentleman. Again, I'm not...
It is just funny. Like, I've seen Jeff Goldblum in some interview. It's like I love watch this. It's like, oh my gosh, he literally is just playing himself.
Totally convinced I've seen this movie. I guess watching with Jude is a different experience, but the little knee squeeze?
Especially for a mathematician.
Chaotician, actually.
I bring scientists, you bring a rock star.
Didn't understand what a chaotician was as a kid, so this line made me think Malcolm was an actual rock star, which... actually, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, actually,
Finding out how
yeah.
many women, including my sister-in-law, thought he was just the bee's knees was a formative moment for me as a youth. Obviously, I get it now.
Dr. Sattler, I refuse to believe that you aren't familiar with the concept of attraction.
What can you even say about this theme? John Williams stands alone.
Yahoo!
O-M-G. I think we just national treasured Yahoo. What a weird little moment where Grant uses two female ends of seatbelts to make them function in an unconventional way. Can't imagine that has any payoff. Looks to me like they've already had some trouble with flying reptiles.
Sorry.
Payoff. Looks to me like they've already had some trouble with
That's an incredible detail. Wow.
flying reptiles. I have never ridden in a helicopter, but just because everyone does it, I'm gonna stand up straight like a boss to prove that the 6 feet of clearance you have from the blades is plenty.
In 48 hours, I'll be accepting your apologies.
Technically, you're gonna have to make multiple stops to talk to his legs and then his upper body.
Yes.
You're just never gonna beat Spielberg for a shot like this.
Yeah,
What do you
that's a
even
classic
call it?
shot.
A character sees something reveal? The dolly zoom on Brody, now Grant in absolute awe about what he's seeing.
And
He even
taking his
repeats the same
sunglasses off.
camera move for Sattler.
This is one of the a lot of people say the dinosaur effects hold up. I'd actually say this one not so much. Looking at this shot, it kind of looks like something from Spy Kids, but again, give it a pass. It was the 90s. CG was still relatively new, so oh well.
Dinosaur.
And what a perfect choice for the first one on screen. It's bigger than anything we have on land, which would be terrible.
Man, that shot though from the camera is really cool though. From a low angle, he looks so tall, or she, right? All the dinosaurs are females. Yeah.
Terrifying in its own right, but also docile and herbivorous. What? What a fake reach. You didn't gain any ground, stupid animal. This movie sucks. I love that Ian is already beside himself about how stupid this whole thing is.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
We have a T-Rex.
Appropriate reaction. Way more appropriate than you even realize yet, Alan.
They do move in herds.
And that's gotta be some crazy wish fulfillment. Seeing your theory proven before your eyes?
Yeah.
Amazing how many times we'll see this banner again and never up like that.
Are these
Yeah.
Characters, erotica?
That's mostly gonna be up to you, Gennaro. Henry Wu. How could we have known that he'd be the most prolific
Yeah.
Jurassic character, even being a villain for an entire season of Camp Cretaceous? Also, I think I've said this exact thing before, but it's even more important now because 2 years before Jurassic Park, he played the role I will always know him as. Bad guy in Mystery Date.
Okay.
Still scary, even the babies. The Jurassic World movies really figured out some kind of magic because they somehow made raptor babies cute.
How do you know they're all female?
Made raptor
That is a practical effect, isn't it? I think. I don't know too much, but that looks practical. But if it's CG, then that's even more impressive because it looks real.
the park and pull up the dinosaur skirts?
Get it? He's kind of a creep. Like a rock star. Sorry, rock stars.
Okay.
Life breaks free, it expands to new territories, and it crashes through barriers painfully, maybe even dangerously. But, well, there it is. There it is.
Hammond, you have no idea what he's talking about, so you just
yeah.
nodded and repeated his line back to him. A true businessman.
Yeah.
I'm simply saying...
Like, I feel guilty. I've done that sometimes here and there. Oh, iconic line.
Repeated
Hold
his
on.
line back to him. A true businessman.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
If only they'd given us a visual example of this platitude.
And then they
Bred
do.
raptors.
Man, just the visual storytelling is amazing. Grant finds out they have raptors, has a look of terror, and the next scene is them all trying to catch up to him outside the raptor paddock. Oh, the captions say mooing in fear. I bet.
They should all be destroyed.
Comes off like a joke, but I don't think Muldoon's joking even a little bit.
And they're astonishing jumpers.
Sure. But what would they do against a tween gymnast?
Even problem-solving intelligence. Especially the big one. When she looks at you, you can see she's working things out.
It seems there's still a debate about whether this is the big one or if this one died. I lean towards her being the big one because of this eye contact insert. They do shoot her at the end, but who knows if the shots were just enough to scare her into the cage. Not like aiming through slats would have been super easy.
They were testing the fences for weaknesses systematically. They remember.
I'm an animal lover, but this should be all Hammond needed to hear to start euthanizing. Raptors are a no.
It's like, stop cloning them, just kill all of them. Like, come on.
TV screens in the dining room. John really spared no expense. Okay, this is getting weird.
We'll have a coupon day.
It's interesting that the money-obsessed guy gets eaten. There's a lesson in there.
See the
Yeah, Hollywood, listen to that.
of humility before nature that's being displayed here staggers me.
As a kid, I thought Malcolm was a weirdo and a buzzkill, but everything he says in this diatribe is spot on.
It didn't require any discipline to attain it. And now you're selling it. You're going to sell it.
His objections really have nothing to do with what's about to happen. He's correct, of course. His indictment of capitalism, his fear of genetic engineering being used to make money, but his issues go beyond T-Rexes ruining his shirts.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
One of the best lines ever. Like, it encapsulates this whole movie so well. Like, yeah, you got excited to create dinosaurs, but should you have done that? Probably not.
And he gets all the best lines. Not just quotable, but like, that's such a true statement when it comes to, well, you know.
Yeah.
I simply don't understand this Luddite attitude, especially from a scientist.
Fun fact, did you know that Luddites get a bad rap and that their issue isn't with technology progressing, but with the technology being owned by a handful of people rather than benefiting the workers or, you know, all of society? That's a CinemaWins history lesson of the week.
Well, hold on. I was missing.
No, all of society? That's a CinemaWins history.
They didn't have a problem with technology, just the benefits not being equally spread. That's what a Luddite is. You're probably a Luddite. Okay.
Lesson of the week.
Scars what explores what you call discovery. I call the rip of the natural world.
We won't get to the Lost World this year, but Ian's continuity holds over the course of this series. He gives
does,
Sarah
yeah.
a very similar speech about how impartial observation is impossible because by observing, we impact. Observation is
he's like the smartest character in all these movies.
impossible because by observing, we impact.
And the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
Thank you.
90s movies really hated lawyers, just ask Fletcher Reed.
Yeah,
In hindsight,
did.
it seems pretty insane to bring kids to an experimental park with murder monsters, but they are the target audience, so, you know. Well,
Also shows how terrible a person Hammond is, I guess. Like, bringing them to a park that's not even open yet, and he don't...
electric cars. Hammond, you are starting to remind me of another guy who spared no expense. This is getting rude now.
Jinx.
Hold on to your butts.
Hey, Lego
Is this Samuel Jackson's, like, first big movie? You might have to correct me on that, but it's the oldest movie I've seen with him, and it's kind of like, cool.
Movie reference.
And that's such a relatively small role. I don't think they fully realize how big he would get.
Crazy.
Hey, look at
I get the feeling Spielberg just told Joseph Mazzella and Ariana Richards to just be yourselves because this would be the peak of 10-year-old comedy.
Yeah.
What do they got in there, King Kong?
Nah, just his main enemy back in the day.
We now know Dilophosaurus is actually poisonous.
Yeah, first it would be venomous, and no, we don't. But I wouldn't trade historical accuracy for Newman comeuppance any day of the week.
Allowing the carnivore to eat at its leisure.
Also, that's comeuppance shadowing that is more vengeful than you're actually led to believe when it actually happens.
Smile for half an hour.
Quiet, all of you. We're approaching the Tyrannosaur paddock.
I love how serious he is. He hates everything about all of this.
Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth.
Ha! Well played, Ellie.
He's gonna eat the goat? Excellent.
Immaculate sibling energy.
Yes.
T-Rex doesn't want to be fat. He wants to hunt.
Yet I would say, if only he had some good challenging prey.
The shorthand is the butterfly effect.
I doubt this was the first time the butterfly effect was mentioned in a movie, but it's definitely the reason I know it exists.
Yeah,
but my favorite part is that Sattler doesn't just nod along like Hammond did earlier, like she knows what's going on. Smart people know that they don't know everything and are happy to admit it. Usually the smarter they are, the more they know that they know very little. You know, a smart guy who builds planes isn't gonna go like buy MySpace or something and try to run it. That would just be so stupid. Chaos flirting.
I don't know, the way he said that makes it feel like that happened in real life somewhere. That did it?
Here I am now by myself, talking to myself. That's chaos there.
Still needs to finish his point. I can relate.
Yes. Yeah.
And his book was a lot fatter than yours. Was like this.
Yours was fully illustrated, honey.
I love how much she's enjoying this and just going in on him. I know there really wasn't time for a satisfying conclusion to their flirtation. Maybe they'll do another movie in, say, 30-ish years?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. This is the moment that really sold me.
Yeah, I think that's a practical effect as well. Because yeah, that is amazing looking Triceratops. I almost forgot what it was called, Triceratops.
Probably lots of people forever. The Triceratops is really there, and everything about this scene feels real. It's not a showy scene. She's sick, which makes it feel like we're getting a behind-the-scenes look. And appropriate reaction.
Yeah. Like just that is so... Man.
This is such a wonderful moment. I feel like on paper it'd be hard to explain the impact, but seeing it really is incredible. And you can already hear the storm rolling in.
Cool.
Hey, it's that other kid from the Goonies? No, still not him.
You married?
Occasionally.
I have been happily married for 13 years now, but I can't believe I've never used that response before. I'm going to now. Hey, it's one more kid from the Goonies. I'm pretty sure that really is him.
Okay.
It's just another example of great writing. He's speeding because the ship has threatened to leave without him. His glasses are fogged up because he went out in the rain. He's not just doing dumb things to lead to the next scene.
Ah.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please!
Excellent job at making this immediately annoying.
Where did the vehicles?
Excellent job.
Yeah, I remember people saying that this like predates GIFs, I'm pretty sure. It goes.
Hoo boy, what a fun cut.
Oh.
It's immediately annoying.
Where did the vehicles stop?
Right there.
Hoo boy, what a fun cut. Even someone looking at their giant 90s cellular telephone would remember the goat.
Kids okay?
I didn't ask. Why wouldn't they be? What's to be scared about? It's just a little hiccup in the power.
I didn't say I was scared.
I didn't say you were scared.
I know.
These two, this banter.
Yep. Classic.
It's just a perfect shot. It's the definition of iconic. Pure terror of the known unknown. And there she is, making the goat look like a chicken nugget.
Yeah.
He also left the
What
door
a
open
dick.
just in case anyone was worried they'd feel bad about him getting eaten. We just did Avatar, which is amazing for 2009, but now we're in 1993, folks. The T-Rex is still below.
Like that T-Rex. How is this the 90s? Because, yeah, that T-Rex looks awesome.
Mine's 3 decades later. That little smirk. He's still a little excited about the T-Rex.
I mean, who would it
You said you got a
be?
T-Rex?
Uh-huh.
Say again.
But it's also
It
terrifying.
really never got any better than Rexy's growl, did it? Look at that pupil constriction when she shines the light in Rexy's eyes.
And that roar.
And there was nothing like hearing this in theaters. It really rumbles your bumbles. There are a few iconic scary moments in this movie, and this one was like cinema changing. There's just no way you won't feel stressed out watching this.
I certainly was.
That oh no, what am I doing moment?
Freeze!
You have to give Ian credit for trying to help, but also dude has no clue what he's doing. Grant is standing still, only moves the flare, makes sure Rexy's attention is on the flare, and then throws the flare while staying still. Ian just runs.
Yeah, probably not a good move.
But Ian is clearly a dad. When Grant checks on the other car, he asks how the kids are, and then this is a clear self-sacrifice. But also,
Well, that's kind of cool, because then we see that he has a daughter in the next movie.
let's not sleep on Grant, who was the first to make the decision to risk his
Literally, yeah, Alan's awesome doing this. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic.
life to save the kids. Badass good guy if there ever was one. Malcolm just riding that snoot like a cowboy. This moment goes by so fast that it can be a little hard to understand what happened to Malcolm in a willow swinging to safety under the bridge to avoid the Ebersis
How
sort of
did
way.
he get on top of the T-Rex? Oh, and yes,
Should've shut the kid's door. Shouldn't have been a lawyer in the 90s.
Yeah, 90s really hated lawyers.
What a horror scream. I know I can't keep saying iconic, but what a dang shot. Let's just say that. Oh boy. The flat ground that became a cliff.
Yeah, and then this continuity error. Yeah.
If you've never noticed this before, good. That's exactly how it was supposed to be. There are a few theories, but first, here's the
I don't remember when I noticed. I think maybe CinemaWins pointed it out, or maybe a pitch meeting pointed it out. I can't remember, but
continuity error. The T-Rex steps out on level ground between the two SUVs. Later in the same spot, Alan and the kids are spun around by the SUV. If the SUV has moved 10 feet, I would be surprised, but here they are standing on a 50-foot wall. My favorite theory is that there's a moat and Rexy stepped over it, or that it's flat where she exited, but a few feet in this direction it's a cliff. But the mere fact that they use the cables to repel, the cables that the T-Rex knocked down, is enough to know that this is a choice that made the movie more fun. Like, the T-Rex can't chase them because the place she just came from is no longer accessible. There's no explanation. And honestly, that Spielberg 100% without question knew it was a continuity error but chose fun over continuity, and no one noticed for decades says all I need to know.
Okay, I guess so.
Rex, it took me.
Gotta get some laughs in even when it's all falling apart. Yeah, Tim's dead. I'm glad he isn't, but...
I mean, yeah, he would be. Oh, wait.
I'm glad he isn't, but yet dead.
Oh, didn't even add a win there. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That was a weird cartoon
That was
sound
either the
effect.
goofiest pratfall sound inserted ever, his shoe squeaked really loudly, or he surprised the Dilophosaurus with the fall. Going with one of the latter. Honestly, for the doofus they make Nedry out to be, I'm kind of impressed he knows how to use a winch. Respect.
Yeah, it's like I kind of keep forgetting, oh yeah, he's not a complete idiot. He's actually kind of smart, except when he's interacting with this
Never mind,
thing.
back to doofus. Don't say
Yeah.
hello, run. But you have to have some dino deaths in your dino death movie, and if you don't create characters like this, you end up torturing innocent babysitters.
Yep.
Thought you were one of your big brothers. You're not so bad.
Fun fact, the real Dilophosaurus was closer to the size of a T-Rex, but that would have made this encounter not nearly as fun. Also, fun story, I guess. The one thing I remember about the Jurassic Park book, what, you didn't know it was based on a book?
Yes, it was. I haven't read it, but I know that.
Is the description of Nedry's death, because it's way worse than what happens in the movie. I mean, like, way worse. It stuck with me.
It's like I know that I don't know much about the book, but I know this movie diverts from it in a lot of ways. Like, some characters in the book die but survive in the movie, and then vice versa. Like, Ian Malcolm actually died in the book, but then they wrote the Lost World book, and he's just alive again, like stuff like that. Like, Hammond died in the book. And then also I also heard that the book ended with the island blowing up, which happened in Fallen Kingdom, like 20, 30 years later, so I guess that happened eventually.
I'm down a hill. I'm soaking wet. I don't have any food.
I love the phrasing so much. You have food on you, in you. You're made of food, friend.
Yeah.
Seriously, don't read the book. It'll mess you up. It's actually impressive that someone found this.
Yeah, the fact that they showed up later and how.
He landed!
But that's not what I'm gonna do.
And he thinks he'd be bad with kids. That's pretty much all kids want to know. You won't abandon them.
Yeah.
You okay?
Let's throw up.
Great moment of honesty.
It's just like coming out of a treehouse. Did your dad ever build you a treehouse?
No.
Damn it, down.
Commiseration.
Never look down.
This
Never.
is impossible.
Again, the joke is that he's bad with kids, but oh man, is this just parenting? Say one thing, do another, be scared out of your mind, and try to hide it while your kid trusts that you won't let them die, all the while you're not even sure you'll survive.
Yeah, you can definitely feel that.
And it's at this moment that you realize there hasn't been a piece of music for the last 17 minutes. No joke. The entire T-Rex attack was silent, but for the rain, bending metal, and T-Rex terror.
Yeah, there wasn't music there.
In the car again.
The comedy in the script doesn't get nearly enough credit for being as solid as it is.
I think this was Gennaro.
I think this was too.
Look, the rules were simple. Don't be a lawyer in a 90s movie unless your name was Vinny. I don't understand why this was so hard to understand.
Who's Vinny?
And
Remind me to thank John for a lovely weekend.
thinking ahead politeness.
Can we chance moving him?
Please, chances.
Even Rexy has perfect comedic timing.
Fairly alarmed here.
Honesty. How did you not win Best Supporting Actor for this?
Must go faster.
Must go
Appropriate
faster.
thing to say when fleeing a T-Rex or alien.
Yeah, I said that in Independence Day as well. Oh, and there's another iconic shot that Toy Story 2 would later homage to.
Again, a solid horror scream. I forget she hasn't seen the T-Rex, and actually Malcolm probably hasn't even had time to tell her what happened, so this is all surprising.
I don't think
Don't have that on the tour?
They used to, I think. I never made it before they changed it to World.
I hate trees. They don't bother me. Oh, yeah, well, you weren't in the last one.
Siblings. You can't live with them, and you can't throw them out of trees.
Don't the monsters come over here?
Not monsters, Lex. They're just animals.
Yeah, tell that to this gremlin.
I don't know. What do you call a blind dinosaur?
Do you think he saw us?
No notes.
What do you call a blind dinosaur's dog? Or do you think he saw us Rex?
Still, no notes.
Okay.
Ha! And you haven't even met the raptors yet. And now I understand why I always wanted the Jurassic Park merch as a kid.
Yeah.
The design of the interior of the park is pretty great too, with Fossil in the pillar.
People would say they could see the fleas. Oh, I can see the fleas, Mummy. Can't you see the fleas?
What? Flea circuses don't have fleas?
Adding Nedry was a mistake.
He's not wrong. Everything that went wrong was absolutely Nedry's fault, and I'm not even about to blame Hammond for underpaying him since it was Nedry's lowball bid to get the job. But also tangentially related, pay your workers more if you want to avoid this situation. Also, don't take the lowest bid.
Next time it'll be flawless.
But saying this crap when your grandkids still aren't back and could be dead? Yeah, screw you, guy.
Yeah, terrible
and he
person.
Says he doesn't like kids. Amazing what a life-threatening situation can do to you.
God bless you!
What a polite little gentleman.
The dinosaurs are breeding.
Okay, so all jokes aside, this was set up with the two female ends of the seatbelts, then Ian saying life finds a way in response to Woo's question.
You're implying that a group composed entirely of female animals will breed?
And it's just further proof that this movie is the best. Jeff
So
Goldblum's
good.
workout routine.
Yeah.
Again, no clue even as a teenager that this man was a sex symbol. And again, obviously I get it now.
I get it. Yeah.
He says it twice? I didn't know it was his catchphrase. I thought it was just something that slipped out once.
The wheeling uniform direction changes just like a flock of birds evading a predator.
You'd think that would have been a tip-off, Alan.
Oh, Jurassic Park 3. You haven't done Jurassic Park 3 yet, have you, Lee?
Blood and boogers, they are the way to children's hearts.
Yep.
It ought to be me really going.
We can discuss sexism and survival situations when I get back.
It's a quick line, but I love when old dudes try old school chivalry. Like, my guy, she could wreck you, blindfolded.
We're being hunted.
He's just the coolest. The hat, the socks. He's killing it,
Yeah,
and
he's
nothing will
cool.
kill him. Hey, Ian's daughter takes that move to the next level in the next movie. This is
She, sure does, yeah.
one of those movies that doesn't spend a lot of time reminding us we're on Crazy Island, but occasionally we get glimpses. You know, I want to chalk this up to Grant still not understanding kids, but to be fair, he's playing perfectly to 50% of his audience.
That's not funny. That was great.
Actually, it's pranks, blood, and boogers that are the way to children's hearts.
Oh,
It's insane that in a movie where different-sized dinosaurs chase people around, the turning on the power set piece is one of the most tense.
Yeah, it actually is one of the most tense scenes.
I said one of. Is there a name for something when it's horrifying and deeply concerning, but also hilarious? Because that's what this is. I never noticed the light bulb smoking on our head.
Wow.
Another appropriate reaction. People just really know how to feel in this movie. I mean, one of the best shots in cinema right here. And the best part about it is that Grant set the entire thing up in the beginning of the movie while trying to ruin this poor child's life.
Clever girl.
Fun fact, Ruben trying to ruin this poor child's life.
Clever girl.
Sorry, I was laughing. I wanted to hear that line again. Clever girl.
Fun fact, Ruben, the guy who writes with me for this channel, likes to put clever girl into as many scripts as he possibly can, knowing that I'll never use it, and he's finally getting his wish. I guess that makes him a clever... Oh, come on. Either way, a badass one-liner to die on. I mean, you're about to be torn to shreds and you just can't help but be impressed?
Right?
Because they're reptile?
Yep. It's like, that's the first hint of the Raptors being really smart. Like, and Jurassic Park 3 really expanded upon that, and then Jurassic World movies, even more so with Blue.
That's what the snake is about? Oh my god, the other raptor!
3.
Haha, Tim's alive. I love that there isn't a moment of hesitation. Yeah, I'd say you've earned as many desserts as you'd like.
Run!
And a classic line was born. Weird to consider, but someone says it in every movie.
Yep.
This should have been the Jell-O commercial. Could have avoided a whole bunch of nonsense.
You sure the third one's contained?
Yes, unless they figured out how to open doors.
Hey yo, what a
And they
jinx.
do.
We already know.
Man, that call is so iconic.
Oh, they're smart, but the raptors calling out to each other was still a terrifying surprise. Purposeful communication? Screw you, you giant turkey! The terror that is this entire scene. You can't even put it into words. While the T-Rex scene had no score, this one has a creepy one, but part of me almost wonders if it was a choice to lessen the tension because the raptors hunting the kids in the kitchen is the scariest scene in any Jurassic movie. I'd put it up against anything. Indoraptor in the bedroom, child's play. T-Rex in the camp, okay, that one is a little scary, but nothing compares to this movie. It's well known now that the Velociraptors in this...
Yeah, I would say this movie of all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies is the most, like, intense, like, where I'm on the edge of my seat, like, just... Oh, every scene is so tense. Like, you care about the characters and you don't want them to get hurt. You want them to avoid the dinosaurs. And I don't quite get that feeling in any of the sequels, which is sad to say. Like, it's like Jurassic World I like, but I get more of a, oh, cool kind like cool badass heroes more's that instead of, oh no, I'm scared for you.
This movie were based more on something like a Utah raptor or Deinonychus, and that velociraptors were a lot smaller, but it was the right choice. Their size here makes them just an unbeatable foe. Plus, Spielberg was right, Deinonychus is too hard to say, although Jude has been nailing Pachycephalosaurus and Parasaurolophus since he was 4, still not as much fun to say. Raptor.
Yeah, why are dinosaur names so complicated, scientists?
Jurassic. Aw, well that's some quick thinking from an excellent older sibling. It's just one of the best fake-outs of all time. It took me a dozen times through to start remembering that she was in a reflection.
Oh yeah.
These shots through the legs? Oh, no, absolutely not.
No.
Freaking Oppenheimer. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was that bad.
Is that Oppenheimer? I never see him there.
Bad, but pretty bad.
It's a Unix system.
We know, Tim made fun of you for it earlier.
I can't get it unless I move!
Dang, too bad both Tim's legs fell off in the last scene and therefore he couldn't possibly get the gun for Grant. Moral support is important, guys.
Yeah, that's a huge nitpick. I know a lot of people have pointed out, but do you have a defense for it?
But actually, when you stop to think about it, the gun was pretty much useless. One of the adults was going to have to stop holding the door even if he handed it to them, and also, he's a kid, and there was barely enough time for them to even yell out to him.
I guess so, sure. I'll go with that. It doesn't really bother me that much, but yeah.
What a device to ratchet up the stress. Hearing the gunshots through the phone and then the slow push-in on the jammed cartridge? Yeah, I don't blame you. At this point, Raptor is honoring the 3 points of contact rule up the stepladder is not out of the question. Many have tried to capture moments like this, but no one does it better. Seriously though, there isn't a break to breathe in these last 20 minutes. The kids barely get a bite of problematic gelatin before they need to start running, and it just never lets up. I like that everyone
That's a huge 3D shot in the 90s.
is just sort of doing their own thing at this point. But I bet Tim and Lex never thought they'd get to touch the displays. No one ever lets you touch the displays. I just want to touch the displays.
Oh, lucky
That's
kid.
the second time Tim has been saved by being small and in the right place at the right time.
That's true.
Again, if only they knew the hand-up signal, it works every time.
Somehow, yeah.
Rexy to the
Heck
rescue!
yeah!
And this has always been a non-error to me. The Raptors are stalking them, shrieking at them. You wouldn't notice a monster truck crashing in through the wall.
Okay.
Plus, there's no cups of water around to see shaking. Also kind of love that Rexy gets the main theme. I guess she is on the logo.
After careful consideration, I've decided not to endorse your park. So have I.
Got him.
And then Jurassic World happens later.
You guessed it. Iconic shot that's iconic without the...
Yes!
Secondary meaning, since this would technically lead to dinosaurs actually ruling the world again. Or at least messing up people's weddings and stuff.
Yeah,
Not gonna
that's
lie, the
true.
closing shot of the characters being the kids cuddling up with Grant is pretty sweet. They wouldn't leave his side until they were an arm's length from their parents, I can guarantee that. This isn't the first dinosaur movie I've done, but it is one of the only big mainstream dino movies, so let me take this opportunity to say if you have a dino movie in your head, make it. As the father of a kid who loves dinosaurs, and as I'm sure any parents with similar kids will agree, there are not enough dino movies. And it's only
Surprisingly, yeah, then I think about that.
a matter of time before your 5-year-old is just done rewatching The Land Before Time and sequels for the 100th time, and he notices the very realistic-looking dinosaur on the thumbnail for a Jurassic movie. And look, I might get some judgment for this, but Jude loves the Jurassic movies. We fast-forwarded for a long time. Jurassic World was the first one he saw because he was obsessed with the Indominus before even seeing the movie. But the point of this
Okay.
little anecdote is that after having watched this movie at least, and I mean at least once a month for the last few years, is that there aren't enough dino movies. Dinosaur is fine, Walking with
I don't really like Dinosaur. I have not seen Walking with
Dinosaurs is excellent even, but once you start getting into the Korean redubs like Dino King, where everyone dies, you start to really question what Hollywood's problem is.
Oh, really?
Doesn't every kid love dinosaurs?
Dinosaur Train. I remember watching that as a kid.
Well, you've got to about 3.5 before Dinosaur Train just doesn't have the claws they desire, and if you're
Yeah.
lucky, Gigantosaurus will be an acceptable rerun until they start thirsting for the teeth.
Don't know
With
what
that
that
rant
is.
out of the way, hey, I get it. Who wants to make a movie about dinosaurs when the perfect one already exists?
Exactly,
I enjoy
yes.
all the sequels for different reasons. I think JP3 gets a worse rap than it deserves, but the truth is that none of them will ever truly compare to this movie.
Exactly, yeah. I like some of the sequels, but come on, you can't top this one.
And like I pointed out, it's got some problems, some gaps in logic, but that's just a testament to its power. Look at Lex's face get paid in logic, but
Yeah, the fact that like don't move. The T-Rex won't see you if you don't move. Like that's a bit of a like, wait, what? Is that really a thing?
that's just a testament to its power. Look at Lex's face get pasted over this obvious stunt double. But it's a
Oh.
timeless story. Literally. It's also got some weird modern-day parallels with dudes thinking having enough money will solve every problem imaginable.
No expense.
When actually one dweeb can shut you down with a keystroke? Look, there's not much else to say about it. I mean, I could probably talk for hours, but you've heard it before. The most significant legacy this movie has is that 30 years later, the actors who nailed each of their respective parts wanted to come back, and each fell right back in. And I know it's a little weird that I'm skipping past The Lost World and Jurassic.
Meant to say that we'll 100% do both of them since Jurassic Park 3 has been on my list since 2015. That is crazy that you, again, have not done that movie yet.
Jurassic Park 3 now with flying reptiles, but I thought it would be fun to do the OG and Dominion back to back. So yeah, here's the teaser frame. We'll have more to talk about next week when my voice doesn't sound like this. Okay. See you then!
Well, we first have to do Fallen Kingdom before Dominion, but yeah, I think we'll do Fallen Kingdom next. I know Lost World is technically the next movie, but I also kind of wanted to go through the Jurassic World movies like more, just because there's a more continuous story. And also, I don't really like Lost World, but we'll see when we eventually, hopefully, get to that. Total win score, 182. Award, Future True Love. Yeah, why did they... Yeah. I mean, it was cute. But then they don't get together in Jurassic Park 3. And then Dominion's like, oh, no, they're together again. A little weird, but... Yeah. Honey. There really are a lot of setups for them to be a couple, aren't there? And that's Jurassic Park. Man, this movie's awesome. Lee just geeked out a lot. I geeked out a little. Like, I mean, come on, it's Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorite movies ever. Like, and Lee pointed out a lot of really cool things about it. Just like a lot of the effects hold up, a lot of the little details I didn't notice, and just this suspense. Like, there's so much to love about this movie. It's crazy. So that'll be all for now. Again, I want to do more Jurassic Park movies. I think Fallen Kingdom will be next, but we'll see if I put that off more. But I really want to do it, but we'll see. Peace.